Hello, everybody. Welcome to the second of two quarterfinal matchups here in the CWL. It is going to be the Washington Blue Sox taking on the Palm Springs Power. We have 3 spots out of 4 in the semifinals already locked up. It'll be Team China, the Canada A's, and the Palm Springs Chill, who we just saw beat the Alberta Grizzly earlier. And now the fight for the last spot between the 4-seeded Power and the 5-seeded Blue Sox.
Yeah, and for the Blue Sox, they're looking to do something they were unable to do in the regular season, and that's beat the Palm Springs Power. The Power won all 3 matchups between these two teams, but hey, once you hit the postseason, anything can happen.
Brandon Januska alongside me. I'm Evan Patoka, and we are just about to get ready for first pitch here as Cooper Bagby is going to take the mound here for the Power against the Blue Sox lineup, where Nico Diaz is leading off in center field. Kevin Gameros batting second. He's at short. Tommy Easley at batting third at second base. Parker DePasquale in the cleanup spot in left field. Catcher Alan Goodwin batting fifth. Angus State, the third baseman, batting sixth. Shuya Funada is in right field batting seventh. Connor Donahue, the designated hitter, is batting eighth. And in the 9th spot, Vince Garcia, the first baseman. Cooper Bagby will be facing Diaz. Gameros easily in this top of the first. He has a 2.57 ERA in 19 innings pitched. 15 hits given up with 12 earned runs, but has struck out 23.
Yeah, he's been really good for the Power all season long. He has a 1-0 record, and that one win came against the Washington Blue Sox back on February 6th, a 5-1 win in which he went 5 innings, allowed just 1 run on 3 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 6.
There was a battle for the 4 seed earlier this week where the Blue Sox played the Power on the auxiliary field, and the Power ended up winning that one 4-2, which means they get the 4 seed and home field advantage in this quarterfinal matchup. They'll be taking the field first defensively. It'll be Tristan Pacheco out in left field, Jacob Mabin in center, Robert Starr in right, Pulido at third, Taylor at short, Kazuyo here at second, and Dresmecki at first. Nathaniel Lai behind the dish for pitcher Cooper Bagby as we are just about to get ready for the second and final quarterfinal matchup. Winner here takes on Team China tomorrow in the semifinals at 12:30. As Nico Diaz steps in left side, a couple of lefties to start off here as the first pitch from Bagby to Diaz is just outside for ball 1. Nico Diaz, usually the leadoff hitter here. He's hitting .412 at a 14 for 34. A lot of runs, a lot of walks, 11 of each. As that one is low, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, he's definitely the leader offensively for this team in just about every category.
Bagby working somewhat quickly here with Diaz, Gameros on deck here in the top of the first. 2-0. That one's in the zone, and it's 2-1. 87 on the fastball from Cooper Bagby, who's been sort of the ace of the staff since Ryan Baum has left. He signed a professional deal, and he left after session 1. That one's high, and it's 3-1.
And Cooper Bagby with a wide arsenal. He's picked up right where Baum has left off. The two of them were a great 1-2 punch. Now Bagby carrying the load going into the postseason.
3-1 to Diaz. That one is into center field. Going under it is Mabin, and he's going to make the leaping grab for out number 1. Nice running grab out there in center field from Jacob Mabin, and it's 1 out here in the top of the first.
Jacob Mabin has impressed me in center field all season long. He has great jumps on the ball off the bat, great reads, and great athleticism out there as well, making that running catch. We've seen him do that time and time again out there in center.
He keeps on doing it. A great read there. And a nice running grab for out number 1. No score in the top of the first as Kevin Gameros stands in. First pitch from Bagby, swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Gameros batting .286 with 11 walks. Him and Nico Diaz take up most of the walks for the Blue Sox offense.
Yeah, two guys that just get on base at a high rate.
That one's into the gap in right center field. That's going to drop. Gameros rounding first. He'll head for 2. Throw from Starr is not going to be in time, and it's a double for Kevin Gameros.
That's the first double of the season for Gameros. Waited for a good time to do it. He does have one triple on the year, so his second extra base hit. But a one-out base runner in scoring position now for the Blue Sox.
Tommy Easley stands in at second today, batting in the 3-hole here, now with a runner in scoring position and one out. Batting .270, has 7 RBIs and looking to get his 8th here in the top of the first. Bagby looks back to second, kicks and deals as that one's popped up to the right side. Robert Starr will have another shot at it. That one's an easy grab, no tag from Gameros. He'll stay at second, and it's 2 outs. So Robert Starr ranging over to his left, kind of near the foul line as he makes the easy grab. Gameros not running to third on the flyout. And now it's Parker DePasquale standing in, trying to give the Blue Sox an early lead. No score here in the top of the first.
Blue Sox offense has struggled to generate runs as a whole this season. They're really top-heavy in terms of their hitters. Guys who have already come up, DePasquale right up there with Nico Diaz, and 303 on the year.
First pitch from Bagby is in the zone for strike one. Gameros taking decent lead off of second. Kazuyo Hira looks to be the man that will cover if it throws back, if Bagby throws back to second. John Taylor more in that 5-5 hole as he moves over to second. Bagby looks back to second and now kicks and fires the 0-1. Swing and a miss, a big swing from DePasquale, whiffs on it, and it's quickly 0-2.
Just beat him with a straight fastball, 90 miles per hour, and blew it by.
One strike away, Bagby is from putting a 0 up on the board in the top of the first. Alan Goodwin stands on deck. Here is the 0-2 in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Gameros has 7 stolen bases, has not been caught yet. Is a big threat on the base pass here for a team that doesn't steal much. Only 16 steals on the season. 7 of them coming from Gameros and 4 of them coming from Diaz. Now here is the 1-2, 2 outs. Fouled back to the screen. Oh, it looks like he swung and missed, and he'll get to first on the drop third. Gameros will take third. Seemed like he might have fouled it back to the screen, but it looks like it gets past Lai behind the plate, and he'll reach first on the drop third.
Yeah, initially it sounded like there was contact. I think what we heard was just the ball hitting the glove of Nathaniel Lai, and so a break for the Blue Sox, see if they can cash in.
Alan Goodwin stands in now with the runners on the corners and 2 outs. Gameros the double now at third after the drop third strike, and DePasquale on first. Alan Goodwin looking to break open the score. First pitch is into right field. That's down for a base hit. Gameros will score, and it's an early 1-0 lead for the Blue Sox.
Well, Alan Goodwin, the batting average might not be there. Came in at a 170 clip, but he has been really opportunistic. That's now 9 runs driven in for him this year.
When it matters most, Goodwin comes in and gets the single, scores Gameros, and it's an early 1-0 Blue Sox advantage here. Angus State now up with 2 on, 2 outs. DePasquale on second, Goodwin on first after the RBI single. Now the first pitch to State in the zone for strike one.
And how big that is for the Washington Blue Sox, taking advantage of the drop third strike. It looked like the Power were going to get out of the inning unscathed, but one little miscue leads to a run.
The 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. 1-0 Blue Sox have the lead. In the top of the first, 2 outs. Angus State trying to add some more on for Clayton Warner before he throws his first pitch. The 0-2. Bagby looking back to second a couple times, kicks and deals, breaking ball outside, and it's 1-2.
And additionally, not only the run score, but you're also making your starter work a lot harder in the very first inning.
Pitch number 17 of the inning from Cooper Bagby with a run already in, 2 on. 1-2. Outside again, and it's 2-2. Shuya Funada stands on deck. Angus State bats at a 179, 5 for 28. Has driven in 5 this season. The Palo Alto, California native from the Bay Area. Kicks and deals Bagby. The 2-2 is in the dirt, and it's a full count. Everyone's going to be running.
A couple of California natives going head-to-head. Cooper Bagby out of Orcutt, California.
Went to John Allen Hancock Junior College. Angus State went to De Anza College, St. Mary's, and Moorhead State. 3-2. Runners will go, and that's outside for ball 4. So a few pitches run outside of the zone, and now it's bases loaded with 2 outs for Shuya Funada.
And if you're Cooper Bagby, he'll step behind the mound and just try to regroup. All you have to remember is, hey, there's still 2 outs. You're 1 pitch away from getting yourself out of this jam.
Funada, 286. Average 6 for 21. Doesn't get too many at-bats. Has walked 6 times and scored 5. Fouls that one back to the screen. It's 0-1. This bottom of the lineup, 7-8-9, has a combined 10 hits on the season. Shuya has 6, Donahue has 2, and Vince Garcia has 2. Can do come up when it matters most. Here's the 0-1. Outside again. It's 1-1.
Funada, a very patient hitter. He fouls off a lot of pitches as well. Doesn't strike out much. Just 3 of them all season in 21 at-bats.
Has played in 10 games. As you said, only struck out 3 times. Has walked 6. The 1-1. Bagby kicks and fires. Another one outside, and it's 2-1. Seems like he's not getting the outside calls here, as that looks like to be the 5th straight ball that has been outside of the zone to righties. DePasquale on third, Goodwin on second, Angus State on first after the walk. Now the 2-1 to Funada. Just high, and it's 3-1.
Now you're really in danger with a hitter's count and a contact hitter.
A walk here would put the second run through for the Blue Sox here in the top of the first. 3-1 is high, and it's ball 4. In comes DePasquale, and walking in a run is Cooper Bagby. It's 2-0.
This is really the approach and the recipe for success if you're the Washington Blue Sox. A very patient team. They're a team that only hits as a team, batting average of .212, .359 on base. And a lot of the games where they're able to score multiple runs, there's walks and hit by pitches involved.
Walk number 66 of the season for this Blue Sox offense. And now the bases reloaded for Donahue, who swings and misses at strike 1. So everybody moving up 90 feet. Now it's Goodwin on third, State on second, Funada at first. He has some speed. Anything in the gap could score all 3 of them. Donahue, the 0-1 outside, and it's 1-1.
Donahue with just 2 hits in the regular season, one of them being a double. He did not drive in any runs, but a prime opportunity here.
Has 8 strikeouts on the season. Also has 4 walks. 2 straight walks for Bagby already, as that's a big swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, a couple of huge cuts, just a little bit behind the fastball. That one in at 87 miles per hour. See if he cuts down on the swing a little bit. Look for more contact over power.
Bagby trying to get out of this with just the 2 runs on 2 hits. And now the 1-2 swing and a miss Bagby gets out of it, and the Blue Sox score 2 but leave the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the first. They're up 2.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. But look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Bottom of the first here on this Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all who observe and all with significant others. Even if you don't, treat yourself a little bit here on this Friday afternoon. Watch some baseball here as Clayton Warner will take the mound for the Blue Sox. He's been very unlucky. 1.64 ERA, 4 earned runs given up, and he's 0 for 3.
Yeah, 0-3 record. It's reminiscent of Jacob deGrom a few years ago, where a Cy Young candidate, he may have even won the Cy Young that year, and a record below 500 because he pitched well. The offense just didn't support him. But for Clayton Warner, that's really been the case. His last 3 starts, he's given up 3 earned runs total, and he's 0-3.
Not the usual leadoff hitter we see for the Palm Springs Power, as Asaf Loengart is not here today. It's Tristan Pacheco leading us off for the bottom of the first inning. It'll be Pacheco, Ohira, and Dresmecki, the top 3, as Tristan Pacheco stands in. First pitch from Warner is in the zone for strike 1. It'll be Taylor Mabin, Robert Starr, Francisco Pulido, the DH Tyler Hendricks batting 8th, and then Nathaniel Lai in the 9th spot. Fouled way back into the crowd on the first base side, and it's 0-2.
I like trying Tristan Pacheco at the leadoff spot. He's a guy who puts the ball in play more often than not.
Just misses outside, and it's 1-2.
Gave that ball a good look.
Clayton Warner looking to keep the 2-run advantage, 2-0 here in the bottom of the first, as that one's outside, and it's 2-2.
Not only that, if Pacheco can get on base, he's a good base runner as well. Has great speed for the more powerful bats behind him.
2-2, swing and a miss. Great start for Clayton Warner. He has his first K, and it's 1 out here in the bottom of the first.
Went off speed with that one, took some off of it, and caught Pacheco swinging out in front.
Kazuya Ohira stands in as the sun is moving all around with the clouds. We've had some shade, we've had some sun, we have some sun and some shade at the same time. It really just depends on the batter. That one's outside to Kazuya Ohira for ball 1.
Yeah, not really an issue right now, but as the day goes on, shadows could play a factor as they'll start to creep across the infield.
1-0 to Ohira. Another breaking ball outside. It's 2-0. Kazuya Ohira hit his first home run in that turf game versus the Blue Sox back on Tuesday. Hit it over the left field wall over there, the fence, for his first home run. It was a 2-run shot, and that was the difference in the game, as they won it 4-2. That one's inside for ball 3. The 3-0 outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk. Kazuyo here will take a free base, and there's one on with one out for Jude Dresmecki.
Yeah, you put a guy with decent speed out there at first base. So here, a 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts. But now you're getting into the real meat of this power lineup.
Dresmecki 12 for 42 this season, 4 RBIs, 5 walks. And he'll take one in the zone for strike one.
Clayton Warner, not a guy who walks many. He's walked 5 on the season, but 3 of them came in his last start against the Power back on February 6th.
0-1, breaking ball just low, and it's 1-1.
This is actually the 3rd time Clayton Warner is facing the Power. He also faced them on January 27th when he went all 7 innings, but the Power pulled out the win 2-1.
Oh, here, not a big stolen base threat. He's 2 for 2 so far this season. Dresmecki grounds that one to second easily to Gameros for one. On to first, almost dug out by Vince Garcia, but he bobbles it, and that is going to be just 1 out. There's 2 outs in the inning as Dresmecki will reach.
He had a chance at the double play to throw a bit low in the dirt, and Garcia just unable to dig it out, but he kept it in front of him, which is important. Keep the runner at first base.
John Taylor, the newcomer, will stand in. He's batting 8 for 18 at a .444 in his limited at-bats this season. He's been a really good part of this lineup, and that's why he's in the cleanup spot for the Power. Breaking ball just outside for ball 1.
Yeah, not just getting hits, but hitting it hard as well. 3 extra base hits, including a home run.
John Taylor out of Bend, Oregon. Takes one low for ball 2. Bend, Oregon went to Yavapai College and the University of Louisiana Lafayette, as well as the Milwaukee Milkmen of the American Association. Now stands 2-0 as that's outside for ball 3.
Yeah, put up big numbers in college, especially with Louisiana, with the Raging Cajuns.
Jude Dresmecki stands on first after the fielder's choice. 2 outs here, bottom of the first. 2-0, the Blue Sox lead it, as that one's finally in there for strike 1.
Taylor taking all the way, was willing to look at that one, especially being a breaking ball.
Easley and Gameros both at the start of the outfield grass, playing back there, but that one's blooped into right field, and it's down for a base hit. Dresmecki moves over to second, and there's 2 on with 2 outs after the John Taylor single.
Well, after I said John Taylor hits the ball hard, how about getting a soft knock into right field? Just 81 off the bat. The pitch wasn't very fast either, 68 coming in. And Taylor with a bloop single to keep it going.
9 for 19 now is John Taylor, and there's 2 on and 2 outs for Jacob Maben. Maben rocking the long pants after he's had the Sox showing for most of the season. First pitch is high for ball 1.
Mentioned how Maben has impressed in the outfield. He's done it with the bat as well. Leads the team in RBI. Has a runner in scoring position here. He had 8 during the regular season.
13 for 39, hitting at a .333 as that one is into center field. And Nico Diaz is under it. Jumps up a little bit, makes the easy grab, and that's the 3rd out. So 2 on, 2 outs. No one comes around to scores. Warner gets out of the first. The Blue Sox lead it 2-0.
Across the Coachella Valley, you'll find our communities powered by short-term rentals. These rentals bring visitors and dollars to the region. Whether attending events, checking out the art scene, or dining at restaurants, when they spend money, we all score. The nearly $1 billion impact of short-term vacation rentals generates tax revenues that fund police, firefighters, education, and many other programs that improve our daily lives. To learn why short-term rentals are a grand slam for the home team, visit onecv.org.
Family setting, you know, we come and we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. You know, they cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Welcome to the top of the second. Vince Garcia, Nico Diaz, and Kevin Gameros will be up for the top of the second versus Cooper Bagby. Already 5 guys left on base for both sides here in that first inning. But the Blue Sox lead it 2-0 as the first pitch to Garcia is swung on and missed for strike one.
Yeah, a lot of action on the bases already in this early going. Just the 2 runs, though.
The wind is picking up as the second pitch is on the outside corner, called strike 2. Saw earlier in the morning the wind moving from right to left. Since then, it has been left to right as the sun is shining now, no longer hidden in the clouds as the 0-2 is high for ball 1.
Yeah, most of the clouds that were in the area are now off to our right with the wind shifting that way, and so not much in the sky above us to block the sun anymore.
As mentioned in the first game, the rain canceled every game on Thursday yesterday as the field is very muddy, hopefully getting a little better as we keep playing on here. As that one's fouled to the right, and it's still 1-2. Two teams fighting for a spot in the semifinals. The Blue Sox leading at 2-0 in the top of the second. Now the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Garcia strikes out, and it is the second strikeout of the day for Cooper Bagby.
Yeah, and you mentioned the field conditions. It looks like the main field looks to be pretty much completely dry. A lot of maintenance that we did before the game on it. But in foul grounds, especially near the bullpens, looks like there could still be a couple of wet spots. So any ball hit in that area could be tough footing for anyone trying to track it.
First pitch is low to Nico Diaz, who is already up for his second at-bat. Flew out to Robert Starr out in right field to start off the game. Ended up 2 runs scoring in that top of the first, but now up for his second at-bat as that is inside, and he's quickly up 2-0.
Well, if he keeps with the law of averages, he'll reach this time because he reaches 57% of the time this season, a .571 on-base percentage.
2-0. Called strike 1. Looked to be in about the same place as the called ball just one pitch earlier, but that one just hit in the zone, and it's 2-1. Breaking ball just misses outside, and it's 3-1. Nico Diaz from Murrieta, California, just about an hour and a half drive away from where we are at right now at historic Palm Springs Stadium. He went to CSU San Marcos and went to Wisconsin Parkside as that one's called strike 2.
Both starting pitchers today typically really good in terms of command and not walking guys, but we've seen a few errant pitches and hitters counts in the early going today.
Have seen 3 walks already in this one. That one's grounded up the middle. John Taylor will pick it up, make the easy toss over to Dresmecki at first, and that's the second out. Kevin Gameros will stand in. He has doubled in his first at-bat. Came around to score on the Allen Goodwin RBI single. Scored the first run of the game, and now leading 2-0 is the Blue Sox here in the top of the second. Gameros standing in for his second at-bat. Bagby looking to get a 1-2-3 second inning. The first pitch in the zone, and it's strike 1. Tommy Easley stands on deck. For him, it will be Parker DePasquale. That one's grounded off the glove of Bagby, and John Taylor has no play. Kevin Gameros is too quick, and he'll take first. See what they call that. They're going to call that a single, an infield single, as it's hit fairly hard up the middle.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That was not routine whatsoever for the pitcher coming out of your windup. He kind of spun around and just smacked it with the glove. Tried to make what would have been a spectacular play if he could have in Bagby, but it's actually unfortunate for him. If he doesn't touch that ball, Taylor was in position to potentially have a play. It would have been close at first with Gameros running, but as soon as it got knocked away, it was easily an infield single.
Wasn't too hard hit as the throw back to first is not in time. Gameros slides in safely. As said earlier, Gameros has 7 stolen bases, has not been caught yet for a team that doesn't steal too much. That one's fouled back. Tommy Easley's down 0-1. The Ackworth, Georgia native went to Alabama A&M and Lawson State Community College. Now he's here. He flew out to Robert Starr in his first at-bat. The 0-1. Another one fouled back, pretty much the exact same spot off to the right out of play, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, went off speed, and timing-wise, Easley was on it, but he swung under the last 2 pitches.
Last 2 pitches, Gameros has bluffed running to second. See if he actually goes this time as 0-2. Bagby to Easley. He will go, and that is in the dirt. Gameros will easily take second with his 8th stolen base of the season.
Yeah, with a jump like that, Nathaniel Lyde didn't even fake a throw down to second base. He just picked it up and threw it right back to Bagby.
Lai and Bagby looking to not have to worry about the runner at second in Gameros and get this final out of Easley. Put a 0 up on the board for the first time today. That one's fouled back, and it's again 1-2.
Timing-wise, Easley remains right on it. That one was a fastball in at 90 miles per hour. Easley's on it timing-wise. See if he can actually square it up now.
Bagby, one of the faster pitchers in the league, throwing at a 90-91 on his fastball. Blue Sox lead it here 2-0 in the top of the second, 2 outs. And Kevin Gameros on second after the single and stolen base. The 1-2. High, and it's 2-2. Easley has only 4 strikeouts on the season. Does not strike out much. Hits the ball, as he does there, and that one's fouled back off to the right.
And that's one of the most frustrating things for a pitcher. You get a guy to 2 strikes, and they just keep fouling off pitch after pitch after pitch. You're going through basically your entire arsenal trying to get that put-away pitch, and meanwhile they're running up the pitch count and running up the count as well. It's now 2-2.
After a 28-pitch first inning for Cooper Bagby, it's the last thing you need if you're him, as that one's fouled back again to the screen. And we'll do it again at 2-2. 7 pitches already in this at-bat. The 8th coming is still 2-2. This will be the 48th pitch for Cooper Bagby. 2-2. In the dirt, it's 3-2.
At this point, when you've worked a long at-bat like this, no matter what the result is, Easley has done his part in raising that pitch count.
This will be pitch number 9. From Bagby to Easley, Gameros on second. 3-2, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Bagby wins the battle, and he gets a 0 on the board. We're heading to the bottom of the second. Blue Sox still lead it 2-0.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in-app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
A 22 pitch, top of the second, has put Cooper Bagby at 50 in this second inning. We're now at the bottom half as Clayton Warner's back in for his second inning of work. He'll be facing off against Robert Starr, Francisco Pulido, and Tyler Hendricks. Any of them get on, it'll be the 9-hitter Nathaniel Lai to come in here against Clayton Warner. 2-0. The Blue Sox lead it as Robert Starr looks to get something on the board for the power offense.
Yeah, and Clayton Warner just trying to throw up another 0. He had a walk in that first inning and a single to John Taylor, but able to work around the base runners.
First pitch to Starr is in the zone for strike one. So Clayton Warner took care of business, had 2 on with no outs. Nobody ended up coming around to score. That one is low for 1-1. Robert Starr batting at a 179, 7 for 39. 7 runs scored, 5 runs driven in. As he takes one inside for ball 2.
And if anyone can hit the ball in the air, it might carry a little bit. The wind's currently blowing straight out towards center.
Starr does have 3 doubles on the season. 2-1. It's called strike 2. Might have been able to check his swing. It seems like it was called a strike anyways.
Yeah, it was close. He thought about it, but got the call from the home plate umpire anyway.
Outside on the breaking ball, and it's 3-2. Wind now moving right to left once again.
Starr, the last 2 pitches as they've come in, he's exited the batter's box, nodding his head up and down like, yeah, all right, I see it.
Fouls that one off to the right out of play into Sunrise Park. And it's another long at-bat. Second straight one we've seen so far.
A little bit behind on that swing.
3-2 again. In there for strike 3. Robert Starr goes down looking. That is the second strikeout for Clayton Warner. And there's quickly one out here in the bottom of the second.
Just a good sequence from Clayton Warner. He's done a nice job, especially in that at-bat, of just varying speeds.
Francisco Pulido will stand in. He's usually been the 2-hitter behind Asaf Loengart for most of these power lineups so far in the regular season. Now hitting in the 7th spot as he swings through that one for strike 1.
His bat has cooled off a little bit. It was hot early on in the season.
Another swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
That could be part of the reason why he's moved down in the batting order a bit.
Pulido from Sonora, Mexico. Went to St. Clair Windsor College in Canada, so he's been to almost everywhere in North America, at least the big 3 countries, as that one's away for ball 1.
Just 1 hit in his previous 5 games after having 4 in the 5 games before that.
Grounded to second, past the dive of easily into right field. A nice 1-out single for Francisco Pulido. And now it'll be Tyler Hendricks with a man on and 1 out.
And that's how you show your managers that, hey, I can still be at the top of the lineup, move me back up if this season continues for the Power.
Man on first, and Hendricks represents the tying run here. 2-0 Blue Sox lead it over the Palm Springs Power. Only one out here. Tyler Hendricks will stand in. He was the main catcher before Nathaniel Lai took over the starting spot. He swings through that one for strike one. Hendricks batting at a 194 for 21. 3 runs driven in. Scored twice. Here in the DH spot for the Power. That one's grounded fair to third base. State throw to second for 1. Easily on to first for 2. A nice 5-4-3 double play to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the third. The Blue Sox still lead it 3-2.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection, and an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Jessup Auto Plaza has been proudly serving the Coachella Valley since 1938 as your trusted family-owned auto destination. Now, electrify your drive with the Valley's most extensive range of electric vehicles. Drive the Chevrolet Blazer, Equinox, Silverado, the powerful GMC Hummer, Sierra, and the distinctive Cadillac Lyriq. Silent power, bold performance. Electrify your drive. Jessup Auto Plaza. Since 1938, the EV brands you love, the family you trust.
Cooper Bagby steps in for his third inning of work. He threw 28 pitches in the first inning, 22 in the second, but faced only half the batters as Tommy Easley's 9-pitch inning was the catalyst for a high pitch count in that second inning. 50 pitches deep as he's in here for his third inning. He'll be facing off against the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Parker DePasquale, Alan Goodwin, and Angus State.
Yeah, Cooper Bagby, a guy who typically gives the Power some length in his starts. He'll want a relatively efficient third inning so he can continue to go deep in this game.
DePasquale leads it off. He struck out, but on the drop third strike, he moved to first, ended up coming around to score after the bases loaded walk by Shuya Funada, who we will see in this inning. Standing in now for his second inning of work. I guess we may see Shuya Funada if the top 3 were to get on here. He's been batting 4th in this inning. Blue Sox lead it 2-0 here in the top of the third. First pitch is skied into left center field. Maben had a good read again on it. Looks like it's going to be off the wall, off the scoreboard and gone. Solo shot for Parker DePasquale, his first of the season. And it's a 3-0 Sox lead.
That ball just carried. The wind's still blowing out toward the outfield. Not quite out to dead center right now. A little more right to left. But, yeah, he just hit that ball high in the air. You said Maben looked like he had a beat on it, and he did. He just ran out of room.
390. First one we've seen off the scoreboard for Parker DePasquale as that one skied. Not nearly as far, though, as that's onto the infield. John Taylor calls it. He'll make the grab, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, Taylor initially thought it was going further. His first step was back. He was on the outfield grass and then had to race back in and catch that ball just behind the mound.
So 2 pitches, both batters hitting the ball on the first pitch. 2 very different outcomes, though, as the home run by Parker DePasquale gives them a 3-0 lead. And the pop-up gives them out number 1, and now it'll be Angus State. He'll also swing on the first pitch, but it's fouled back off himself, and it'll be 0-1.
Well, if you're Cooper Bagby, we said you want an efficient inning. Getting guys to swing at the first pitch could help with that if it results in outs.
0-1 now for Angus State. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
See if he tries to go back to a fastball now after movement on the previous pitch.
Angus State walked in his first at-bat, now down 0-2. Breaking ball almost in the zone, but called a ball. Looked like Bagby wanted that one. 1-2.
Just a touch outside, and it looked like Nathaniel Lay, behind the plate, had to reach out a little bit and may have lost the call.
1-2. Down and away, and it's 2-2. So on the home run by De Pasquale, the wind was moving right to left. Now it's moving left to right. Seems as though home runs have been coming from lucky wind so far today. That one's ripped foul off to the right side, and that'll fall into the batting cages. Still 2-2.
Yeah, that one would have needed a lot of wind from right to left to straighten that out and keep it fair.
88 off the bat of Angus State. Funada stands on deck. 2-2. In the dirt, gets past Lai. No one on base, though, as it's 3-2. So the Parker De Pasquale home run to lead off the inning makes it 3-0. Blue Sox lead it. Top of the third over the Palm Springs Power. Winner moves on to take Team China tomorrow for a spot in the championship game. 3-2. That one's a pop-up deep to right field. Robert Starr is under it, and he will make the easy grab for out number 2.
And that home run earlier this inning by De Pasquale, not only his first home run, but the first by any Blue Sox hitter all season long.
So a long ball finally for this Blue Sox offense, and the wind is really picking up here. Shuya Funada will stand in as there's dust kicking up around the pitcher's mound. First pitch from Bagby to Funada is in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
Yeah, these constantly shifting winds here in the valley kind of gives a cool aesthetic. See if our photographers can get some pictures there with Bagby and the dirt blowing up behind him.
Seems like all of a sudden the wind just really picking up. Swing and a miss. Down to one knee goes Funada, and it's quickly 1-1. Seems to be some trash out in left field. No one really caring about it, though, as it's just rolling around out there in the wind. That one's popped up foul off to the right out of play, and it's 1-2. Funada walked in a run in the first inning, the second run of the game for the Blue Sox. They now lead 3-0, as now the 1-2. Outside, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, we talked about it in his first at-bat. Always a very patient hitter. He'll foul off some pitches, and he's selfless. He's willing to take his walks.
Swing and a miss. Bagby gets out of it, but the home run from Parker De Pasquale gives the Blue Sox a 3-0 advantage heading to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, and a 3-0 Blue Sox advantage here as Nathaniel Lai will step in for his first at-bat. And then it'll be the top of the lineup in Tristan Pacheco and Kazuyo Hira facing off against Clayton Warner as the wind really picking up here. See if we can get some balls to carry on out as Parker De Pasquale's home run did. That one's in there for strike one to Nathaniel Lai. Hasn't been too good so far. 10 strikeouts, 1 for 12. So that one's in there quickly for strike two. Warner working very fast here. Lai did get a hold of one. His first and only hit was a 2-run home run on the turf field in that game versus the Blue Sox on Tuesday. Went all the way into the parking lot out there. That one's way outside, back to the screen, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, and you can just tell by the way he swings, he's looking to really drive the ball and hit it a long way. And as you said, the one time he connected, he did just that.
Stays alive as he fouls it back to the screen, and it stays 1-2.
Towering presence in the batter's box, 6'7".
1-2. Inside, it's 2-2.
Out of Willemstad, Curaçao. Also play with the Netherlands national team.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and it's another strikeout for Warner, his third. One out here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the lineup. Tristan Pacheco comes in for his second at-bat. Was the recipient of the first Clayton Warner strikeout to begin the bottom of the first. First pitch now in his second. That is a soft grounder to Easley. He'll pick it up, make the quick throw to Garcia at first, and there's 2 outs. Kazuyo Hira will stand in now. He walked in his first at-bat. Got out at second on the fielder's choice by Jude Dresmecki, who stands on deck. First pitch from Warner is a little outside for ball one.
Warner working quickly, and he's been efficient so far this inning.
Outside, it's 2-0. 9 pitches so far this inning. Has gotten the first 2 guys out in the bottom of the third. That one's skied foul off to the right into Sunrise Park, and it's 2-1. Blue Sox lead it here in the bottom of the third, 3-0. Power trying to get anything going on offense as that one's skied into left center field, converging on it. No one's going to grab it, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Gameros, De Pasquale, and Diaz were all converging. No one was able to grab it, and it drops in right where no one's at for a base hit.
Yeah, that ball just right there in left center field. The wind is howling right now from left to right, and that kind of was pushing it away from the left fielder who was the closest man to it, as well as De Pasquale just didn't have a play. He's the man who reached out at the last moment, but couldn't come up with it.
Jude looking to take advantage of the wind going from left to right. That one's outside for ball one. Dresmecki standing in from the left side now with a runner on first and 2 outs here. Grounded into a fielder's choice. There goes O'Hira, called a ball, and that one throw is way high into center field. O'Hira's not going to go to third, though, as he's in there with a stolen base.
Yeah, by the time O'Hira popped up and realized the ball was in center field, Nico Diaz already had it, the center fielder crashing in.
Some good backup there from Diaz, able to save an extra 90 feet from O'Hira. 2-0 against Dresmecki. Clayton Warner now with a runner in scoring position here with 2 outs. 2-0 in the dirt, and it's 3-0. Another lefty, and John Taylor will stand on deck. He already has a home run this season. Also looking to take advantage of this sharp wind off to the right side. 3-0. Down the middle, it's strike one.
Yeah, not a part of the lineup that you want to be falling behind hitters on. I know I said that the first time through.
3, 4, 5. Dresmecki, Taylor, and Mabin. 3-1. Fouled off to the left into the parking lot, and it's 3-2. O'Hara, the bloop single into no man's land, stole second. Dresmecki now up 3-2 with 2 outs. 3-0, Blue Sox lead it. That one is just outside, and it's ball 4. Dresmecki will take first base, and now 2 on with 2 outs for John Taylor.
That was a good pitch and a good pitch selection. It just didn't quite come back far enough. That was the perfect opportunity to catch a guy looking, though. Started in the right-handed batter's box, bring it back in the zone on the lefty. Just didn't bring it quite back.
John Taylor, always been good at situational hitting, has a single so far in this one. 9 hits, 7 runs batted in this season. First pitch is skied into center field. Nico Diaz has some room back to the warning track, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. John Taylor gives it a good ride, but Diaz is able to make the grab. Top of the 4th now, 3-0. Blue Sox lead it. It's a windy Valentine's Day now at the top of the 4th. And the team wearing red needs to keep a 0 on the board against the Washington Blue Sox. They're down 3-0. Connor Donahue, Vince Garcia, and Nico Diaz are the top 3 to face off against Cooper Bagby in his 4th inning. Cooper trying to get the offense back out there to score any sort of runs, make this game closer. Really haven't been able to do anything as they've left 4 on. Only 3 hits so far in this one.
Yeah, the offense has had trouble against Clayton Warner. He put a couple of base runners on, but just unable to really find that clutch hit in the early going.
Connor Donahue stands in. He struck out for Cooper Bagby's 2nd K in the 1st inning. Now up here in his 2nd at bat. First pitch is skied into center field. Going back is Maben. And it's going to be over his head. He misread it, and that's going to get up against the wall. And Connor Donahue has a leadoff double here in the top of the 4th. His first extra base hit.
Not something you typically see out of Jacob Maben. Usually very good at tracking the ball off the bat. This time he turned the wrong way. May have lost it in the sun or in the wind even. He clearly did not know where the ball was initially, and then found it and tried to break toward dead center, toward his left. At the last moment, just couldn't get there.
Between the sun and the wind, the outfielders are really having a rough time today. First really big mistake we've seen, though, as Vince Garcia squares up to bunt, fouls it back to the screen, though, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, the last time there was really a simple miscue was a drop third strike in the 1st inning that helped lead to 2 runs for the Blue Sox.
So Donahue stands on second. Vince Garcia already showing bunt, so first baseman Jude Dresmecki now up to the infield grass. The 0-1 fouled back into the trainer's tent, and it's 0-2. So now Dresmecki goes back to his normal positioning at first. Taylor and O'Hara now up against the short outfield grass. As Donahue doesn't have too big of a lead, not a stolen base threat. 0-2 to Vince Garcia outside, and it's 1-2.
This is an important hitter for Cooper Bagby to get. And Vince Garcia with the top of the order, always dangerous coming up on deck.
Nico Diaz, Kevin Gameros, Tommy Easley, the top three in the spot for the Blue Sox offense. The 1-2 now to Garcia. Swing and a miss. A big strikeout, the second K of the game for Vince Garcia. And the 6th for Cooper Bagby. Now we've reached the top of the lineup again. Nico Diaz will stand in.
And again, that was a big out. You have to get the 9-hitter there if you're Bagby with a runner in scoring position. Now you can kind of work around Nico Diaz if you'd like. You have first base open if you don't want to attack the lefty.
Diaz 0 for 2, but has been hitting the ball. Flew out to right and grounded out to short. He'll take strike one.
There's another lefty on deck in Gameros, who has had a good day so far.
Taylor getting near second base. O'Hara not too close. That one's fouled back off to the left side, and it's 0-2. Polito nearing third just in case there's a pass ball or wild pitch. Here's the 0-2 with the wind blowing to Nico Diaz. Stays alive, fouls it off, reaches way out there to stay alive, and it's still 0-2.
Yeah, he appeared to be fooled on that pitch. He thought maybe it was looking for a fastball. It came in off speed and just too close to let it go by.
3-0. The Blue Sox lead it, trying to extend their lead here in the top of the fourth. 1 out, 0-2 to Nico Diaz. That's grounded. Sliding grab by Taylor, throw to third, then they got Donahue in a rundown. Polito will tag him for the second out. Nico Diaz will make it to first, though.
Yeah, and just a tough break. It was a tough play for Taylor, the shortstop. He made it beautifully, and as soon as he popped back up, he saw that Donahue was only halfway to third, made an immediate throw, and they had him dead to rights.
So now a man on first in Nico Diaz with 2 outs as Kevin Gameros will stand in. He's 2 for 2, has a single and a double. That double he came around to score the first of 3 Blue Sox runs. Now has Nico Diaz on first for the first time today. First pitch from Bagby is fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-1.
That's really unfortunate for Connor Donahue as well. From here, I thought it was going to get through. Again, nice range shown by John Taylor just to even get to that ball and keep it on the infield.
Robert Starr out in right field with the wind carrying towards him, backs up a little bit. The 0-1. In the zone, it's 0-2. Cooper Bagby looking to get out of this with no runs coming across after the Connor Donahue leadoff double. Have to get through the 2-hitter in Gameros, already 2 for 2. Throw back to first. Sliding back safely is Diaz. Oh, 2 again here, 2 outs. Nico Diaz runs. Very protective swing from Gameros as he fouls it back near the power dugout.
Yeah, late decision to decide to swing at that. It looked like it was coming in right around the top of the zone. May have been a bit upstairs, but too close to take with 2 strikes.
So Diaz back at first. Still getting covered out there by Jude Dresmecki. See if he runs again here on another 0-2. That one is dropped, but still called strike 3. So that'll do it for the top of the fourth. That's the 7th strikeout for Cooper Bagby. We'll head to the bottom half of the fourth. 3-0 Blue Sox.
Hello, Power Baseball fans. At SBMP Attorneys, we believe in the power of community. And that's why we proudly support the Palm Springs Power, our hometown baseball team. After a memorable championship season in 2024, capping off the team's 20th anniversary, we're all very excited about the 2025 Power team. SBMP Attorneys and the Palm Springs Power are two teams that are committed to excellence, community, and the spirit of winning. We'll see you all at the ballpark.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
Hamburgers, all about.
Bottom of the fourth, and as the wind keeps on blowing from left to right field, the Blue Sox lead it 3-0. As Gamaros and Easley, the middle infield, doing a little handshake before they go out to their positions. It'll be Jacob Mabin leading off, and then Robert Starr, Francisco Pulido, the top three in this bottom of the fourth. Cooper Bagby gets out of the leadoff double jam in the top half, and now Jacob Mabin takes outside for ball one. That one is skied foul out to the right, out of play into Sunrise Park, as the wind is really picking up here.
Yeah, it is. So anything hit in the air, it's going to carry quite a bit. We've already seen that on a couple of fly balls that we thought weren't going to be relatively deep.
Grounded to Easley at second. He'll grab it, make the running throw, and a nice play from Easley to get the first out. Jacob Mabin is down on the 4-3.
Could be an adventure for anything, any outfielder, any ball hit up in the air again. Wind's blowing hard out toward right, from left to right and out.
A lot of dust coming off of that mound, as it is really blowing out here, as that's a breaking ball outside for ball one. Robert Starr struck out looking in his first at-bat in the second inning. One of 3 strikeouts for Clayton Warner. That one's inside. It's 2-0.
Tried to go with the big sweeping curveball, get it back in the zone. It just fell a little short.
Grounded to second again. Easley's been busy this inning, and he'll make another easy throw to first. It's out number 2.
Well, when the wind's blowing out and we're talking about how balls in the air are going to carry, why not get a couple ground balls to start the inning?
Better to keep nothing in the air and get those grounders. Let Easley do his thing there at second. And now it is Francisco Pulido to stand in. He singled in his first at-bat. Didn't move off of first, though, in that second inning. Was the recipient of a double play. That one's grounded down the left field line, foul. So Pulido and then Hendricks and then Lai, the bottom 3. That one is into center field, and it's another base hit for Pulido, his second single of the game.
He's having a nice day. A couple of line drive singles, solid hits. For a second, I thought the wind might actually hold that ball up enough to get it to Diaz in center field, but one hopped right in front of him.
Very close, but was not able to get it, was Diaz, as Pulido is 2 for 2 with 2 singles, and Tyler Hendricks stands in. He grounded into a double play that got Pulido out at second and ended the second inning. That one's grounded up the middle, and that's through for a base hit. Tyler Hendricks is on back-to-back singles for the Power, and they're in business here with 2 outs.
Well, Warner once again got the ground ball, which is what you want to do in these conditions, but that one just hit right back up the middle and just out of his own reach. Reached down, tried to make a play on it, just a little late getting down out of the rotation.
Nathaniel Lai will stand in. Struck out for his 11th K of the season in his first at-bat to lead off the third, now up here in the bottom of the fourth as dust is flying off the mound. Clayton Warner will have to call time as the wind still picking up. Might be even faster than ever now as everybody's trying to handle it. It is really blowing out here. First pitch to Lai is in the zone for strike 1.
Yeah, this is where you really want to throw strikes and get a strikeout of Lai, because we've mentioned how powerful his bat can be if he makes contact. And he's a guy who typically lifts the ball in the air.
Throw back to second is close, but back there safely is Pulido.
Nice idea. Just avoid throwing the ball to Lai at all if you can. Tried to get the pickoff, made it close.
The dust from the mound is flying right into Tyler Hendricks' face at first. That one's fouled back out of play, and it's 0-2.
That's one that Lai would like back. He had a pitch to hit. He just swung underneath it and popped it back.
Hats are flying off here as that one is skied into left field. A little infield, the wind is carrying it a lot, and it'll drop. Pulido will come in to score. Hendricks to third. A lucky hit for Nathaniel Lai, and it's 3-1.
That might be one of the most wind-impacted hits that I've seen in person. That ball looked like it was going to be a pop-up to third base, and it ends up falling on the first base side of second. As it was in the air, high in the air, we could see the hook on it from the wind.
Absolutely crazy movement of the ball on that one, as you really can't do anything if you're the infield for the chill. That one's into right field for a base hit. Pacheco, one run comes in, and Hendricks going to third is Lai. The throw is not in time. Pacheco will try for second. The throw is backed up by Easley. Pacheco's into second, and another run comes in. It's 3-2.
Man, this inning has just been crazy. Of course, that hit by Lai with the wind, and then Pacheco following it right up with getting it just by the outreach glove of Tommy Easley. And then smart base running by both men. Lai able to go first to third on the play, and then as the throw came into third, Pacheco was right on it, taking second.
And now it's Kazuyo Hiro with two men in scoring position in 2 outs. He'll pop it up into left center field. Going under it is Nico Diaz. He'll dive and make the catch. A great play by Nico Diaz to save 2 runs. And we will head to the top of the 5th. The Power score 2, and the Blue Sox only lead it by 1. It's 3-2.
Shopping for car insurance is confusing. Holy cow.
Great. Now we have a cow in our kitchen. Why did you say that?
Because I don't know what coverage to choose.
So just say the State Farm jingle. A State Farm agent can go over all your options with you and help choose coverage that meets your needs. Dude, cow, could you move?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 19.99s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
Well, the wind doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon, as it is still blowing really hard here. So hard, in fact, that one of the banners is coming off. 2 of the banners are coming off from Sunny Dunes Antique Mall and Bright. Seems like it'll have to be fixed up, well, I guess by us.
Yeah, I mean, that might be what we're doing after this ball game ends. Go out there and...
Honestly, it looks like the Canadian flag is going to fly off at some point.
Yeah.
The wind is really blowing off from left to right as, well, the wind does help the Power offense as Nathaniel Lai's pop fly ends up turning into an RBI single. Pacheco brings in another one. And it's 3-2 Blue Sox. Now top of the 5th as it's ball 1 to Tommy Easley.
Yeah, I mean, even just looking at the palm trees out there, I know palm trees have a little bit of flexibility, but they are bending.
1-0, that's grounded to first. Picked up by Dresmecki. He'll toss it to first. Bagby has it for the first out.
We said it with Clayton Warner. That's what you need to do in these conditions. Anything in the air. We saw it on the Nathaniel Lai pop-up that ended up a hit. Anything in the air is going to be a nightmare for the defense. So if you can keep it on the ground, that's the way to get outs.
The wind getting stronger here. Banners are flying off. As now it is Parker DePasquale taking strike one. Absolutely insane weather and a crazy last half inning in which the Power scored 2. That one's fouled back to the screen. It's 0-2.
Yeah, that gets them right back in this ball game. Now just a one-run game.
For the offenses, it's hit it in the air because you never know where it's going to land at this point. Goodwin on deck. The 0-2 from Bagby to DePasquale. It's outside, and it's 1-2. Leaves are flying everywhere, even in the press box here. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. A nice strikeout for Cooper Bagby. His 8th of the game, and there's quickly 2 outs.
Well, if you're not going to get a hit on the ground, the next best option is the strikeout right there. Actually, it may even be the better option. Don't even let the ball be put in play at all.
It is now Alan Goodwin stepping in for his 3rd at-bat of the game. Breaking ball is in there for strike one, even though it was dropped by Nathaniel Lai. It looks like we're going to get a piece of paper on the field. Stuck to the screen because of the wind.
It might be one of the lineup cards or something from the dugouts.
Popped up. We'll see where this one lands. Mabin is going to get under it, and he will track it down to make the grab. So Mabin doesn't care about the win. He tracks it down easily, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cooper Bagby. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. The Blue Sox still lead it 3-2.
How do you define adventure? Riding the world's largest rotating tram car? Taking in SoCal's awe-inspiring views? Exploring over 50 miles of pristine wilderness? Enjoying casual or fine dining at 8,500 feet? Discovering our history? Experiencing our scenic trails? Getting that perfect souvenir? Whatever your adventure, you'll find it at the Palm Springs Aerial Tramway. Adventure at its peak. Begin your adventure at pstramway.com.
Family setting, we get into conversation, and it's comfortable here is what I guess I'll say. It's comfortable.
The hot cocoa has whipped cream and sprinkles in the whipped cream in the hot cocoa.
Very family oriented. They cater to the kids. They got the coloring books and crayons, and they have kid-sized stuff about almost for everything that you would want. So young and old, everybody can enjoy it.
It's the best.
Made from scratch memories. Elmer's.
Well, we keep talking about the wind. There's 13-mile-per-hour winds heading to the right side. 66 degrees out, but actually it feels like 59 because of the wind. Quite cold up here in the press box. But we are here in the bottom of the 5th as the Power offense, now only down 1, will bring their 3, 4, 5 hitters up. Drew Dresmecki, John Taylor, and Jacob Mabin looking to tie or take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th.
And you said 13 miles an hour. That might even be a little low with how it's whipping right now.
It feels very low,
yes,
honestly. There is so much dust coming off of the pitcher's mound, but breaking ball still hitting for Clayton Warner as that's strike one to Dresmecki. The 0-1 to Jude. Another great breaking ball in the zone, and it's quickly 0-2. Working quickly as Warner fouls back to the screen. Dresmecki stays at 0-2.
Yeah, he tried to catch Dresmecki off guard, the quick pitch.
0-2. Breaking ball high, and it's 1-2.
He's really relying on that curveball against Dresmecki in this at-bat.
Dresmecki gets a hold of one here. Could go to Indio. Outside, and it's 2-2. Watch out for any lefty who gets a hold of one with this wind. 2-2. Fouled off to the left out of play, and we'll do it again at 2-2.
Yeah, wind's still blowing. It slowed down a little bit, but still blowing solidly from left to right.
We are in the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th in specific, and there still has not been a single guy warming up in either bullpen. That's in the dirt, and it's a full count.
Both pitchers have done a nice job at really working with the elements.
Full count now, no outs. That one is chopped into left field, but it's foul, and we'll do it again at 3-2. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Jude having a good at-bat here, looking to get on here to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-2, the Blue Sox lead it here in the bottom of the 5th. 3-2. Grounded, that's through into right field for a leadoff single. Jude Dresmecki, soft ground ball, but gets right in between Garcia and Easley, and he's on first with no outs.
Yeah, no real chance for either guy, Easley or Garcia, and it just splits the two of them.
John Taylor is here for his 3rd at-bat. He singled in the 1st. He flew out to center in the 4th. In the 3rd, now he's here in the 5th. Breaking ball in there for strike 1.
Yeah, and even that fly out to center his last time up was wind aided. It went a lot further than it usually would have.
Another great breaking ball. It's in the zone, and it's 0-2. Exactly the same way he played the Jude Dresmecki at bat. 2 great breaking balls and 2 called strikes. So John Taylor quickly down 0-2. Dresmecki on first after the leadoff single. It's a fly ball. Let's see if this carries. Nico Diaz is under it, and he will make the easy grab for out number 1. Dresmecki will head back to first.
I mean, that's the right approach. He had him fooled on it. The off-speed caught Taylor well out in front. But in these conditions, just poke the ball in the air and see what happens. In this case, Diaz able to get under it and make the catch relatively easily.
Anything hitting the air, you got to wonder if it'll carry. So that one doesn't carry quite as much as maybe John Taylor thought. There's quickly one out. Jacob Mabin stands in, and he fouls it back to the screen, 0-1.
Well, Mabin knows as well as anybody playing center field how this wind is affecting the outfielders.
Mabin had to track down one that was moving off to the side, was able to make the grab to end the top half of the 5th inning. Now up in the bottom half, he fouls it off into Sunrise Park, and it's another 0-2 count.
Big thing is, the higher you hit it, the more difficult it'll be for the outfielder. The wind will really affect it.
0-2 with Dresmecki on first, 1 out. 3-2, Blue Sox lead it. Breaking ball in there for strike 3.
That's a tough pitch because there's really not much that Mabin could have done with that pitch to begin with. Right on the inside edge.
Robert Starr in for his 3rd at-bat. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the 2nd inning, grounded out to second in the 4th. Dresmecki, the leadoff single, has not moved since. Breaking ball inside for ball 1. So we have 2 banners gone. See how many more there are to get blown off here with this wind. Outside, but called a strike. It's 1-1.
Yeah, they're hanging on just barely by the top. They're actually just folded over the top of the wall, it looks like right now.
Don't know what's going to happen if they actually end up flying off. Another great breaking ball in there for strike two. We've seen a lot of good breaking balls for Clayton Warner here in this fifth inning. He's been going to it a lot against these 3, 4, 5, 6 hitters. That one is crushed into left field. Is that going to stay fair? No, it will not. Foul ball and will stay at 1-2.
Yeah, even a ball like that down the left field line, you have to be wary if you're in left field of the ball being pushed back into fair grounds.
Parker DePasquale, Nico Diaz, and Shuya Funada are the three outfielders for the Blue Sox, having to cover a lot of ground while maneuvering with the sun and this wind. Having to do a lot out there. That one's grounded back to Warner. He'll drop it, but he'll make the easy flip over to first. And it's a not a 1-2-3. It's a scoreless inning for the Blue Sox. And Clayton Warner, as we head to the top of the sixth, they lead it 3-2.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like our Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Maybe the saying should be good things come in 1999s. Maybe not. The Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99.
For 20 years, our family's mission has been simple. It all starts at Stuffed, where exceptional service meets bold flavors. Every crust, a masterpiece. Cocktails crafted to perfection in an atmosphere that brings family and friends together. Stuffed pizza, dine-in or takeout. Savor and enjoy at our 2 locations. Quality, service, family legacy, it all starts at Stuffed.
Well, top of the sixth, Cooper Bagby is back out there. Still have not seen anybody warm up in either bullpen, as it is getting to be quite the pitcher's duel. The Blue Sox lead it 3-2, and the 6, 7, 8 guys are going to look to extend their lead. It'll be Angus State, Shuya Funada, Connor Donahue, if any of them get on the bottom of the lineup, and Vince Garcia will get a shot here in the sixth. Cooper Bagby has been relatively efficient. Started off the first with 28 pitches and has gone down ever since. 22 in the second, 14 in the third, 13 in the fourth, and 8 in the fifth. If this keeps going by the seventh, he might have a 3-pitch inning.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's looking for. Be efficient and go deep.
First pitch is in there for strike one to Angus State, who has walked in the first and has flown out to right field in the third. Another swing and a foul tip. It's 0-2.
Both of these pitchers really getting better as this game's gone on, and they've done a nice job of stranding runners. There's been plenty of base runners for both teams in this game, but the pitcher's doing a nice job of keeping them from scoring for the most part.
Dresmecki out in the outfield grass. He's getting showered by the dust coming off the pitcher's mound, as that one's outside for ball one.
Yeah, really not a comfortable time for anybody out there defensively.
1-2 to State. Outside, it's 2-2.
Probably not all that comfortable for a left-handed hitter either, as the wind would be blowing into your face as well.
Might have to hit it to the opposite field here if you're a righty. 2-2. Hit it over to short. Taylor's got it. Makes the throw over to first, and that's the first out. Nice routine play from John Taylor at shortstop, and there's quickly one out.
Yeah, if you're going to try to hit it by anyone on this infield, Taylor's the last person to hit it to. Has great range and smooth hands out there at short.
Shuya Funada will stand in for his second, technically, at bat. He walked in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. 0 for 1 today as he takes one outside for ball 1. Palm trees swaying from left to right. Mostly swaying to the right since the wind's going that way. As you said, flexible, but looks like they're going to fall at any moment as that one's outside for ball 2.
Yeah, with the way the wind's been blowing, I've wondered how flexible they are. There's times where it looks like they're just going to snap.
Dresmecki still shifted over to the right because of this wind. Breaking ball's in there for strike 1. Dresmecki, O'Hara, and John Taylor on the shallow outfield grass. Polito sticking in at third in his normal positioning. That one's up the middle past Bagby. It'll be O'Hara making the throw over to first just in time to get Shuya Funada. Great play by O'Hara on the run, and there's 2 outs.
Yeah, that was an excellent play by the power second baseman. Coming in, O'Hara gloved it and made a quick, strong throw over to first.
And because everybody was so far back, O'Hara had to run a little bit to even get there in time. Just beats Funada by about half a step. But now Bagby looking to get a 1-2-3 6th inning. (3-2). Blue Sox lead it, and it's Connor Donahue taking outside for ball 1.
Donahue with a double his last time. Maybe didn't have the right read on the ball. It ended up falling over his head.
Breaking balls in the zone for strike 1. As you said, Donahue with the double in the 4th. He struck out swinging in the 1st. The second strikeout for Bagby of his 8 in this game. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Vince Garcia stands on deck, and after him, it's the top of the lineup once again. Blue Sox trying to extend their 1-run lead. It's 3-2. High, and it's 2-2. Blue Sox 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. Power 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Surprising with all the wind that there's still no errors in this game. 2-2's fouled back. Running over there is Dresmecki, but it'll fall out of play. And we'll do it again at 2-2.
Yeah, it's one of those days where there's been a couple of balls that, I mean, on paper you probably would say, hey, that was an error usually should have been made. The pop-up from Nathaniel Lyon, good example of it. But nobody touched it, and there's really no one to charge an error to. It's just a misplay that the wind helped get down.
Outside, and it's a full count with 2 outs. So 3-2 score and a 3-2 count to Connor Donahue with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. 3-2. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Good at bat here from Donahue. That was pitch number 7.
Bagby ran that pitch inside on Donahue, just fouled it off.
So here we go again at 3-2. Bagby to Donahue. Fouled back again. And it's another 3-2. Still nobody warming up in either bullpen. As it looks like Warner will come in for his portion of the 6th inning when that comes.
Both of these pitchers very much capable of going deep. This is the deepest outing for Bagby on the season. He had gone 5 twice.
Popped up to O'Hara at second. He'll make the grab. And a 1-2-3 6th for Cooper Bagby. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. The Blue Sox still up 1. It's 3-2.
Quality first. It's quite a philosophy to live by. But world-class ingredients are the foundation of great meals. And we wouldn't have it any other way. At Kaiser Grill in downtown Palm Springs, we believe you deserve the best. So whether it's dinner for two or a celebration with 200 friends, quality is our promise to you. Because quality is king. Quality is Kaiser.
Welcome to the bottom half of the 6th inning. And yeah, the wind's still blowing very hard, as it has been for the past 3 innings or so, as everyone's fighting it, even everybody in the stands. His hats are blowing off. Programs are flying all over the place. Rosters are going everywhere. And my 50-50 raffle might be in Indio right now.
That's right. I think we had the winning ticket earlier, and it just blew out of the booth.
It's really tough out here to be a human with all this wind, as Pulido will stand in for his third at-bat here to begin the bottom of the 6th against Clayton Warner, who's back out. First pitch was outside for a ball. Second pitch is fouled, drilled back into the batting cages over in right field, and it's 1-1.
So far, it's been the Power who have been the main beneficiaries of the wind.
Daniel Lai pop up. That one's right out. Easily gets past him, though, and it's into the gap in right center field. Pulido, 3 singles on the day.
Definitely having himself a nice day out there. One of the few guys who's actually solved Clayton Warner today.
Easily had a good reach on it, just got right past him as Pulido on first for the 3rd time in 3 at-bats. And it'll be Tyler Hendricks. He grounded into a 5-4-3 double play in his first at-bat. Pops up the first pitch. The wind is carrying it. Easily has it, though, on the run. A nice grab from Tommy, and it's the first out.
Yeah, nothing is routine on a day like this, so everything out there takes a little bit of extra effort, and Easley did a nice job following it.
So after the first hit gets by him, that one, he wasn't going to mess up this time, and he's able to pick it up. The running grab for the first out, and it's Nathaniel Lai who hit that pop-up that went flying off to the right side. Scored a run as he swings through that one for strike 1.
Scores 3-2.
Nathaniel Lai struck out in his first at-bat in the 3rd.
That one in the 6th never scored.
As he takes in the zone, it's 0-2. So 1 out here, Pulido on first after the leadoff single. 3-2, the Blue Sox lead it. The Power trying to tie the game up here. 0-2 to Lai. Breaking ball just misses inside, and it's 1-2.
Lai hit that towering pop-up on the infield. See if he can get another wind-aided pop-up or fly ball.
Swing and a miss. Nathaniel Lai strikes out for the 2nd time today. The 5th strikeout for Clayton Warner, and there's 2 outs. Back to the top of the lineup we go. Tristan Pacheco singled in a run in his last at-bat to make it 3-2. And that's where the score holds now here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch is chopped at, fouled into the Blue Sox dugout, and it's 0-1. So here we go again with the wind. It's picking up. I feel like it comes in spurts. Pulido on first, 2 outs. Tristan Pacheco, the 0-1 from Warner. Breaking ball just high, and it's 1-1.
Saw a couple of people riding by on bikes in the distance. Wonder how difficult that is to keep your balance on a bike in this wind.
Well, if you're going against the wind, have fun with the workout, because I don't know if you're going to get too far, but 1-1 just misses outside, and it's 2-1 to Pacheco. lot of moving parts, a lot of dust coming off the pitcher's mound. As that one swung on and missed by Pacheco, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, the real key, I mean, we keep saying it, is just put the ball in play at this point if you're a hitter.
Seems like the defense has kind of figured out the wind, though, as the routine plays have been coming in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Polito will be running now. 3-2, 2 outs. Pacheco 1 for 3. Struck out in the first, grounded out to second in the third, and then hit that RBI single in the fourth. That one's right back at Warner, and he'll make the grab. Some really nice reflexes from Warner, and he gets out of the inning. We head to the top of the seventh. The Blue Sox will look to extend their one-run lead. It's 3-2.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Well, top of the seventh, and looks like the American flag is going to fly off as well, as the wind has not stopped. But who has been stopped is both offenses. A combined 5 runs for both offenses so far, as Cooper Bagby will look to go to full 7 out there in the seventh against Vince Garcia, and then the top of the lineup and Nico Diaz and Kevin Gameros, looking to keep the lead at 1 for the Blue Sox. It's 3-2 here in the top of the seventh. Vince Garcia stands in. First pitch from Bagby's low for ball 1.
We talked early in this game about pitch counts and could these guys go deep? Well, they proved to us that yes, they can. Both pitchers without any bullpen help so far in this one.
Low for ball 2. Yeah, no one still not warming up in the bullpens. So this might possibly be Bagby's inning and game to finish. Alongside Clayton Warner. Outside, it's 3-0.
Mentioned Bagby's gone 5 innings twice this season. It's the first time he's gone over that amount. Now working in the 7th. Clayton Warner did have one game where he pitched all 7 innings. That was against the Power.
3-0 is in the zone for strike 1. Vince Garcia has struck out twice, once in the second, once in the fourth. Looking to avoid a 3-strikeout game. 3-1. In the zone, just barely for strike 2. Very late call from the umpire as he was trying to make up his mind on that one. It just hits the inside corner, and it's a full count. 3-2. Hits him. And he will take his base. Lead off hit by pitch for Vince Garcia. And now it's the top of the lineup in Nico Diaz.
So what would have been ball 4, he takes it the painful way to reach first. But the leadoff man's on. Try to get an insurance run home if you're the Blue Sox.
Garcia on first. Nico Diaz is now up for his 4th at-bat. He is 0 for 3. Flied out to right field, grounded out to short, and hit into a fielder's choice in his last at-bat in the 4th. Now here in the 7th as he takes strike 1. Two lefties coming up, Diaz and Gameros, with the wind flying to the right side. He'll take ball 1. This will be beneficial for the Blue Sox offense here. Now with a runner on first and no outs. 1-1 swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. 3-2, the Blue Sox lead it here in the top of the 7th. Nico Diaz trying to make it 4. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, a nice breaking ball, and Cooper Bagby has his 9th strikeout of the game.
One of the tougher guys in this league to strike out. Nice job by Cooper Bagby, fooling Diaz on that pitch.
1 out now, and it's Kevin Gameros, who's had a relatively good game. He had a double in the 1st, a single in the 2nd, stole a base, and struck out looking in the 4th. The 7th K for Bagby at the time. Takes one high and outside for ball 1. Tommy Easley stands on deck. He's 0 for 3. 1-0 to Gameros. Just misses outside, and it's 2-0. Two runs for the Power, but 9 hits have left on 8 batters. Breaking ball's in there for strike 1. 8 left on base. They haven't been able to get the big hit, and when they did, it was thanks to the wind.
Yeah, they'll need to find that big hit in the bottom half of the inning if they're going to keep this game alive.
2-1. Breaking ball outside. It's 3-1.
Blue Sox would love to put up a run or two, give a little bit of a cushion to Clayton Warner.
Both pitchers looking to finish all 7 here, but Warner looking to get the win, get the 3 outs for the Power in the bottom half. That one is into center field for a base hit. Kevin Gameros has a single, his 3rd hit of the game. And now it's 2 on with 1 out. Tommy Easley will stand in. As we said earlier, 0 for 3, flew out to right in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 2nd, grounded to 1st in the 5th inning, and is now here in the 7th with 2 on and 1 out. Blue Sox looking to extend their 1-run lead. It's 3-2 here in the top of the 7th.
Power just looking for a ground ball to a middle infielder, something they can try to turn to.
First pitch, breaking ball outside. It's 1-0.
First baseman Dresmecki not holding the runner at first with a guy on second. Playing back behind the first base bag toward the line.
The 1-0 from Bagby. Another breaking ball inside this time, and it's 2-0.
Polito's playing toward the line over at third base as well. So there's gaps between the cornermen and the middle infielders.
A big gap between O'Hira and Dresmecki at first and second. Easily could get one and hit it the other way. It could score Garcia. Outside, it's 3-0. One ball away from walking the bases loaded to put on for Parker DePasquale, who's on deck. Already has a home run in this one. Somebody quickly warming in the bullpen. Adrian Sanchez in the Power bullpen warming up. That one's down the middle for strike 1. Sanchez, their go-to bullpen guy here ever since he joined in session 2. Bagby wants to pick it up himself, though. The 3-1. Fouled back to the screen, and it's another full count, the second one this inning.
Yeah, and if you're the Power, you can't really afford to have to chase any more than you already will. You're down by just 1. You don't want to have to come back with anything more in the bottom of the 7th.
3-2. Outside ball 4. The bases are loaded for Parker DePasquale. And we'll see what Stan Clyburn wants to do here as Nathaniel Lai, the catcher, will come talk to Cooper Bagby about how to face Parker DePasquale with the bases loaded and 1 out. He already has a home run today. One of the 3 RBIs for this Blue Sox offense in their 3-2 lead.
And Sanchez working quickly, trying to get loose in that power bullpen.
DePasquale, as we said, the home run, but has struck out twice. First one being on a drop third where he came around to score on a Shuya Funada bases loaded walk. He scored the second of the 3 runs, and then he drove in the 3rd run as he fouls the first one back for strike 1.
Strikeout would work for Bagby, or again, could still use that ground ball to a middle infielder. Try to turn 2.
Anything to the outfield could carry enough to score Garcia from 3rd as he stays on 3rd. Gameros on 2nd, easily on 1st. That one's popped up right side. It looks like it's going to get out of the field of play. Onto the trainer's 10, and it's 0-2.
Tresmecki gave it a look as far as he could, but that ball carried well out of play.
So now an 0-2 with 1 out. Bases loaded for the Blue Sox. 3-2, they lead it. As Bagby kicks and deals with the wind in his face. Fouled back to the screen again, and it's still 0-2. Alan Goodwin on deck. Both of them get on. Angus State will get a shot at it here in the 7th. The 0-2 again from Bagby. That's popped up. Right side. Wind is carrying it, but Robert Starr is going to get under it and make the grab. No tag. And a really important second out for the power defense.
Yeah, that's a big out, and to be able to prevent the runner at 3rd from tagging up and scoring what would be an insurance run for the Blue Sox is huge for a second out.
Alan Goodwin will now step in to try and extend this Blue Sox lead. He's 1 for 3, has a single, drove in a run. Scored Kevin Gameros in the 1st inning, popped out to the shortstop John Taylor and flew out to center. First pitch is in the dirt. Nice pick from Nathaniel Lai, and it's 1-0. Have not seen many wild pitches or pass balls. Have not seen an error. Very good defensive game from both teams.
Yeah, and I mean, to do it with the wind and the conditions the way they are, really impressive.
1-0. Looped into center field. That's down for a base hit. Vince Garcia scores. Here comes Gameros. The throw to the plate is not in time. A 2-run single for Alan Goodwin, and it's a 5-2 Blue Sox lead.
Oh, Alan Goodwin, we mentioned it in the 1st inning when he had his first RBI knock of the game. He's a guy who doesn't have the high batting average, not a lot of hits on the season, but when he gets them, he makes them count. He leads the team. He led the team coming in with 8 RBIs, now 3 more already today.
Stan Clyburn comes in to take out his pitcher after 6 2/3 innings of work, and a 5-2 Blue Sox lead. Adrian Sanchez will step in, and we will step out for a bit as we let Adrian warm up. He will be facing off against Angus State when we come back.
Everyone knows good things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy online or in-store today.
There's something winning in the Agua. Catch all the action at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Watch your favorite teams on our giant wraparound screens. See live scores on the LED sports ticker. Win big with our bar top games and enjoy great twists on bar food favorites. And with 3 premier casino locations, 360 Sports is the ultimate fan experience. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back to the top of the 7th. Alan Goodwin with a absolutely clutch hit, bringing in 2 and giving the Blue Sox a 5-2 lead. Angus State will look to continue to bring in some runs here, but the Blue Sox now up 3, have a bit of a comfortable-ish lead for Clayton Warner in this bottom of the 7th. Angus State, though, his 4th at-bat. First pitch from new pitcher Adrian Sanchez is outside for ball 1.
Sanchez, a very trusted reliever in Stan Clyburn's bullpen. This is his 4th appearance of the season. He's worked 7 innings, 5 strikeouts, 5 walks, but no earned runs, just 1 run total unearned in his first outing.
Inside, it's 2-0.
No decisions, 0-0 record, but again, a 0 ERA.
Trash blowing onto the field. As you know, we don't even have to say it. The wind is the wind is still here. 2-0. In there for strike 1.
Wind is still here and still relevant. It's still blowing very hard from left to right.
It seems as though like the defense has really gotten used to it at this point, though.
They have. After that initial inning where it really picked up, they've done a nice job of adjusting.
That gets past line. Both runners will advance 90 feet. Called a ball, so it's 3-1. As Easley and Goodwin will take 2nd and 3rd. And no force other than first now. The birds are having trouble flying. Don't know if that picked up on the camera. There is a crow that is just looks like it's flying in place because it's fighting the wind. That's how much it's blowing out here, folks. Swing and a miss from State, and it's a full count once again.
Yeah, it looked almost like a hummingbird, how they can kind of move vertically and horizontally. Crows typically don't move like that, but it certainly looked like that one was.
Mother Nature's forcing them to just stand still. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. In there for strike 3. Sanchez gets out of the jam. But 2 runs come in on the Alan Goodwin RBI single. 5-2. The Power 3 outs away from their season being over. We're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Clayton Warner will look to finish the job here for the Blue Sox as they are 3 outs away from advancing to the semifinals to take on Team China tomorrow at 12:30. It has been a fantastic outing for Warner. He's given up 2 runs. Has given up 9 hits, but 8 runners left on for the Power offense. They just have not been able to get the big hit.
Yeah, he's done a nice job of stranding runners throughout this game and looking to go to the distance for the second time this season and second time against the Power. Took a loss in a 2-1 outing back on January 27th, going 7 innings.
Breaking ball in, hits the corner for strike 1 to leadoff man Kazuya Ohira. It'll be the 2-3-4, Ohira, Dresmecki, and Taylor. That one's skied into left center field. Going under it is Nico Diaz, and the wind carries his way as he'll make the grab for out number 1.
Yeah, another ball that's hit high in the air, and so Diaz, the center fielder, coming over, definitely had the easier play than the left fielder would as the wind was pushing it over toward the center fielder Diaz, who played it perfectly.
Jude Dresmecki will stand in. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. That one's into left field under it, right at DePasquale. He'll make the grab, and there's quickly 2 outs. Down to their final out. John Taylor, the last hope for the Power in this season.
Had a solid single his first time up, and a couple of pop flies since then that have kind of carried out to the outfield, but relatively easy catches.
First pitch to Taylor. Outside, it's 1-0. Jimmy Johnson and the Blue Sox not able to beat the Power in 3 tries during the regular season. 1 out away from winning it when it matters most. Breaking ball's in there for strike 1. Warner trying to go the full 7. Kicks and deals. That's driven into right field. Funada under it. He'll make the grab, and the Blue Sox are on to the semis. They'll face China tomorrow at 12:30 as they upset the 4-seeded Power.
Just a great win all the way around for the Washington Blue Sox, who struck early in this game and then just held the line from there. Clayton Warner goes the distance and picks up his first win, as you said, when it matters most for not just the Blue Sox, but for Clayton Warner as well.
An absolutely dominant pitching performance from Clayton Warner, and he saves the bullpen as they get the victory, and they will play China tomorrow for a spot in the championship game. Final score, Blue Sox 5, Palm Springs Power 2. We have our semifinal matchups. The first game will be the Palm Springs Chill taking on the Canada A's, and then these very Washington Blue Sox taking on Team China. For Brandon Januska, I'm Evan Patoka. We will see you then for the semifinal matchups tomorrow, starting at 10. Have a good day.